This particular episode is for traders who are currently in a losing streak or the one who are still trying to be profitable. My name is Olu Lifted and this is another update on the 50k challenge account that I am documenting. So in this video I'll be showing you the trade I've taken so far, what I've learned from it and what I'm still trying to figure out. I want to let you know in this video that the trader you are becoming is more better than the goal that you are trying to reach. The trader that you are becoming is more important than the account you are trying to pass. It's more important than the profit that you are trying to trade. If you bend your rule just to pass your account, you will still fail. But if you stick to your rules and you fail your account, it's still better because you are becoming. And when you become, that's much more better than you even passing, because what's the sense of you passing phase 1 and lose phase 2? But if you become a trader that can pass phase 1, pass phase 2 and get consistent payout, that's better. Let me show you the trade I've taken so far.
In the last update I sent, I was in a GBP trade. So let me show you how the trade played out. This is the trade. Let me show you the chart before. This is the chart before that I sent earlier. Let me show you how the trade played out. I was longing. So this is the trade. GBP stop the trade out here. This is it. The trade did about 1:1.6 for stopping the trade out. So after the USD trade, I took another trade. I took AUD USD. Let me show you the chart before. So this was the chart before the trade. Yeah, try to check this thing very well. This was what I saw before taking this trade, and something now happened. Let me show you what happened. This is what happened. This is the chart after. This is the chart after. So it was after losing this trade, that was when I remember one of my rules, but I forgot to add the rules when I was making rules for this profile, because this profile, I'm trading this profile entirely with a new rule. So I set a new rule to trade this profile and I forgot to add one of my rules. And one of my rules is, whenever I'm trying to enter a trade, there must not be another the price must not create a new lower low or a new higher high. This was, if you check the last screenshot I showed you, this trade was moving like this, then the trader came back to create a new lower low. This should have invalidated this trade, but I forgot the rules. That's why I entered this trade again. I should have not entered this trade again. This trade has already violated my rules already. But I cannot say I did not follow my rules, because I follow the new rules, but I did not just follow the old rules. So after this trade, that was when I now try to update my rules again, that okay, whenever I'm trying to enter a trade, there must be no lower low or higher high before getting to my entry. And that's a very important part of my rules, but I just forgot it. And I have that rules since I had it since last year. That's when I've created that rule, when I was backtesting and checking my trade. So that was that. So after UDSD, I took another trade. I took JPY. Maybe I'll show you that after. This is JPY. The same reason why I lost AUD USD, that was why I lost. The similar reason why I lost this JPY. Price created a new lower low before my entry, and I lost the trade. So if I were had completed that rule earlier, I would not have taken this two trade. And one thing about this GPPJPY was that it was a news day that day. There was one news that day, and I lost times two of what I wanted to lose. I lost times two. Instead of me losing 250, I lost about $490 on the trade. And I actually set my stop loss to lose 250. But when there is high impact news like that, price don't respect your levels. So that's that. And I move on to the next trade. So the next trade is AUD again. Let me show you the chart before. This was the chart before when I was already in the trade. This is when this trade did about 1:3 already. And let me show you what happened next. So this is what happened next. After price this 1:3, price came back to stop the trade out again. Price came back to trade out, and I move on to the next trade because my plan is about 1:1 to 15 or so. That was my risk reward on this trade. So I just have to move on to the next trade without fighting or revenging the trade. So after AUDSD, I'm currently on another trade. So let me show you how the trade looks like. So I'm currently on this trade at the moment. I'm currently on this trade NZD USD, New Zealand dollar USD. So I'm currently on this trade, and I'll update you how the trade play out. So that's the journey so far. So let me show you what my account is like on FundedNet. So this is what my account is like on FundedNet now. The account is currently down minus 3.79%. So that's it so far. So how is your own trading week? Hope you are still in the journey. Hope you are showing up. Your main goal is just to show up. You don't need to fight the market. And if you make any mistake, check why you make the mistake and fix the issue immediately. Because the trader you are trying to become is far better than passing the account or the goal you are currently in at the moment. So I'll see you again on another video. That should be next week. But I'm actually a swing trader, so it's not every week that I do have a trade. Like last week now, like that should be upper last week, I did not take any trade. It was this recent week that I took trade. So when I take another trade, maybe next week or next 2 weeks, I'll give you guys the update.
The trader you are trying to become is much more better than the outcome you are trying to get. I remember if it was the old me taking all this trade, I know for sure that I would have broken my rules. I know for sure, like I would take the first, second, third. Like by now I would have broken my lot of thoughts had come into my head. Daily when I want to trade, I would like just try to use 1% on this one, just try to break it. Let me just try to take the setup. I said I will not take it again because the setup is not safe. The setup is not that good. But at least I just stopped taking it because in the long run, the setup will not benefit me. So I want to focus on just only the type of setup I know. Okay, this one I can stay with this one for the long run and try to keep as things are going. So I was even tempted on the AUDXD trade that I did 1:3 before stopping me out. I was tempted to use 2%, but I used 2% on that trade. But I've almost passed that account, or I should have passed the account. So because all the trade I've been taking is just 0.5% loss. 2% loss will be giving me about 6% profit back, which I will be up about 5% or so. So it means 3% for me to pass the account. But I said no, I'm sticking to the rules. And on that same AUD USD trading, the news stopped the trade out, and I ended up losing times two of what I was planning to lose. I risked just $50 and I ended up losing $491. So I will show. This is a screenshot here on the screen. If you check this screenshot, my SL was 197.33. My entry point was 197.03. So I was risking 30 pips. And if you check it very well, that was just 30 pips. And with loss, you see I should be losing about just $50, and I ended up losing $491. The next thing I did was just move on to the next trade. I did not even react. I did not even message on the next please the next trade. The next thing I did was just to move on. It's my turn to face stuff like that. A lot of people have been facing stuff like that. It's my turn to face it. So why would I be crying about it, or I try to revenge trade? The next thing I did was just to move on to the next trade. I did not even think about it. So the type of trader you become along the journey is more important than the outcome. Like, it's very much important, because my goal is to pass phase 1, phase 2, get funded and get payout consistently. Not just to pass phase 1. The goal is not to pass phase 1. So I'm thinking about the long term. It's not even about the passing of phase 1. Passing of phase 1 is just a short term thinking. So why did I allow stress of phase 1 to be stressing me when my mindset is about getting funded, stacking more accounts, stacking payouts? Why would I be getting stressed about just phase 1 issue? No, I'm not. So if I had still losing your trade, the only thing I just want you to do is to control what you can control. And what you can control is you can control following your rules. You cannot control what happens when you follow your rules. You cannot control that. So don't worry about what happens when you actually follow your rules. My rule is SL or TP. So if I see one ratio 4 and that's not where I plan to take my profit, I will let it be until I set a new rule that okay, when this trade hits 1 ratio 3, I will do this so this. But if my rule is still SL or TP, I'm telling you that's what I will do. That's what I will do. Because why will I break my rules? If I'm able to be loyal with my losses, I'll be loyal with my wins, because it's just the same thing. So loyalty is not built when you are winning. It's when you are losing. The ability to follow with true prayer, because losing is actually a little bit prayer on traders. But you're able to just have a fixed mindset that okay, win or lose, I'm showing up. Win or lose, all I'm doing is showing up, and that's the only thing you can control. Control what you can control. Any other thing that you cannot control, leave it alone. So this is how the update is. How are you all doing? How is your trading week? And I will see you again in the next one. Like and subscribe if you gain any value from this documentation. Bye guys for now.